welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Today is the second part in a series that I'm doing where I am massively trying to sort out my sticker collection. I have a lot of stickers, I have a lot of kits, I have a lot of functionals, and I'm really at a place where I've let it go for 2022. I haven't put stuff away properly, it hasn't been properly sorted out, and I just want to take a step back and reorganize everything ahead of 2023. So the first part is already up on my channel where I was sorting out functional stickers. Today we're on to kits. So I've bought 2 new Planner Face albums. I do PR for Planner Face, so you can use my code CAT10 to save 10% on your orders and add my name in notes to seller to pick up my freebie. I love Anna's large albums. They are just, she laminates them in a way that makes them really heavy duty, and you know, I don't treat my albums the best. So I'm very grateful to have Anna's albums because they're so sturdy and they are a really good size. They fit sheets from any shop in here, which is perfect. So I think my plan to start with, so I bought these 2 new albums predominantly for kits. I have a feeling I could have done with a third, but that feels silly because we're up to 15 or 17 albums or something at this point. So I need to try and just redistribute what I have first to see if that's going to work better. So one of the things I would like to do is I have a fair amount of kit leftovers that are big enough, in fact I'm going to add this kit on here, that are big enough that I could use them again. So the Scribble Prints Co. and the Planner Face Mysteries in particular are incredibly generous. They have a lot of boxes and they easily have enough for 2 weeks, but not necessarily 2 weeks in a 7x9 planner, which is what I traditionally use. But these are definitely enough for a B6 spread. I don't have a B6 planner right now, but I am someone who does hop around planners a little bit. If you've been here a while, you'll know. And so I want to make sure that I don't get rid of kits I would want to use at another time, but also I don't really want them in my main kit collection because they're not going to fit in a 7x9. And this will be my 3rd year. Is that right? My 3rd year. Yeah, I think so. No, my 4th year. My 4th year using a vertical planner. And so I'm pretty happy with my vertical planning. I know that a 7x9 is the size I want to memory keep in. So I know that these are not going to have enough boxes. But I love these kits and I want to keep them enough that I want to move them to another album. So I think the album that I'm going to move them to is this one, which is Spring Floral, I think it's called. I have 2 of this album. You will have seen it in the previous video if you watched that one. I do have 2 of this album because this one, unfortunately, I got a little bit dirty with something, but I managed to clean it up enough that I think it's in pretty good nick, but it's not my proper copy of this album, and so I figure I'm gonna move my B6 kits into this album and then use the other albums where I only have one of the design for my normal kit collection. At the moment, this houses my like event specific kits, which I don't have that many, and then it hosts some monthlies as well, but it has these previous stickers which are from old organizations. So I need to see if I can move those up, and if I can keep them, I'll move them to one of my functional albums, I guess, because it seems a waste to get rid of them. So I need to do some work on that. So I think that's my plan. This is the stack of B6 kits that I have. Well, you know, smaller kits. As you can see, there's a fair few here, and it would be great to put them away because they've been kind of sat in a big pile for a little while. So it'd be good to sort those out. So that's my plan. My aim with this video is just to put on a time lapse, put some music over it, and hopefully you can sit and do something alongside me, whether it's some planning or some reading or anything like that. Please comment down below, let me know what you're up to while we're doing these videos. I'm just watching YouTube. I'm watching Julia Planner Girl on YouTube right now. So I've just got YouTube on in the background. Julia has a Hobonichi, so I'm loving watching her videos. So that's what I'm up to. Please let me know what you're up to, but otherwise I'm gonna stick the time lapse up and let's get sorting. pretty dark in this conservatory. We have no lighting and it's probably nearly 4 o'clock, if not 4 o'clock, and I'm getting pretty cold. And I figure you probably can't see much more of what I'm doing now, so it's probably time for me to wrap this up. So just to give you an idea of what I did, so I first went through and took off all the labels that were on here because it's, as I mentioned, from when this planner was used as a functional. The ones that were savable, which was 95% of them, to be honest, I have stuck on the relevant category in my functionals because it feels silly to waste the sticker. I obviously don't have all of them, but I have enough of them, and so it means I can just go through and add a few more. So I probably will need to do that now as an additional step. Then I went through and added in the B6 kits. So what I did is I went through and did the ones that are for like a set time first. So I've got like New Year, Valentine's, spring, summer. I have quite a lot of like Halloween and autumn because there's just been a lot of kits lately where there's just been a lot of boxes. I'm sure I have like loads more. In fact, what I should have been doing while doing this is going through my leftovers box to see what's in there, but that's not happening right now. This video will just end here and I'll do it in a later one. But yeah, so I went through and just added in the autumn kits, Christmassy kits, and then we have all of the anytime kits here, which are Planner Face, Scribble Prints Co, and then everyone else. What I also did was went through and saved bits I want to keep. So first off, I kept these, loose square. So first off, I kept these sort of little functionally type stickers. The square boxes I keep because I use them to label up my kit planning album. So I'll save those for next year. These sort of splodgy ones, I'm going to be honest, I've never seen a need for these. I haven't known where I'm going to use them. I don't like them in my 7x9 spreads, but I thought they would actually be good in my Hobonichi. So my plan is now to keep this little album. Just realised I've been holding that upside down this whole time. My plan, I'm filming this at a weird angle. My plan is to basically use this little album, which we got in the Christmas countdown from Planner Face last year, as my Hobonichi reusable album because it's so cute and small. So my plan, I still have Disney spreads to do. So my plan is to use this to just keep the functionals. Where have they gone? What? Okay, there they are. I was like, this album's not even that big. So my plan is to save these so that I can use them in my Hobonichi. So that's the plan, and that's what this little album will be for, and I'm really happy with that because I need a little use for this album. Then I also went through and cut out all the doodles that I didn't use because I could have left them with the B6 spreads, but there's a part of me that thinks, what if you never use them? Like, these are in the main kits I've already used. I just have the leftovers. Or it's kits where they're a much smaller format and they're from shops other than Planner Face, so they don't come with doodles anyway. And so I thought, actually, I think I will save the doodles. I'll get use of them in my memory planner. It makes sense to save them. So I've cut all of those out and those need to be put away in my reusable album. And then I also saved these little squares which come in the Planner Face kits. I never use these. In fact, midway through the year or earlier on this year in 2022, I cut out every single one of these in kits I had and gave them to my friend Emma for her passion planner. But I think these would be good in a Hobonichi, right? So for now, I've saved them because there's no point them being with the kits. I can use them for whatever. So I'm going to save them for now and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with them. So yeah, that is where I'm at. I'm really happy as well with the general size of this album. It's not overstuffed. I think it's a good size for it. Obviously, I do now have this stack of kits, which have got to find a new home. So that is, that's my next project, but we'll see how I get on. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching this particular video. As I said, this is very much part of a series. We have many more videos to go, so I hope that you're going to enjoy watching them. If you did enjoy this video, I would massively appreciate a like. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe. I will also have a link in the description down below to all of my favourite shops, a link to Planner Face, which, as I said, is where these albums are from, so that you can check out her stuff if you would like to. And I will also have links to my Instagram and to my BookTube channel, so if you like hearing about books, that's what I do in the rest of my time when I'm not planning or working, but you know, in terms of hobbies. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!